Hi, Virgo. I'm Ronique, and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your August monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of each week of the month of August. This is a big week, Virgo. As I was just telling Leo, you all are the darlings of this month. If it is your solar return month, happy birthday. This is also a big time because Mercury will retrograde in you and Leo sign this month, as well as it will turn direct by the end of the month. So be prepared for conversations around your money, your physical, tangible world, but also where it is that you might need to have more courage or have more faith in the things that you are doing. But really pay attention about the conversations because, Mercury does rule these signs during this month, and you want to just make sure you're not initiating anything that you can't go back on. Not the best time to be making really big life decisions, okay? All right, Virgo, if you haven't already taken a look at those August money monthly readings, I already have them out. I will leave the link in the description below. This is a really great way for you to look at your money, look at where it is with your finances and career, what maybe you are underutilizing, okay? So take a look at those as well. If you haven't already subscribed, Virgo, I would love if you would. Okay, let's go week by week. You start off with the Ace of Swords in the reverse the first week. Then you have the Tower card. I would expect no less, Virgo. Anytime you have the Sun in your sign and Mercury's retrograding, yeah, that makes sense. Second week of the month, Death card, letting go. Yep. Right on cue, Spirit. 9 of Pentacles, that second week of August. Third week, 10 of Swords, letting go. Your reading is just very textbook, isn't it? 2 of Swords in the reverse. And last week of August, you do have the 3 of Swords in the reverse, possibly some healing going on there, as well as the Knight of Cups. So already you can see lots of movement, lots of energy here working through the month, Virgo. Let's go ahead and pull a card that represents the energy that you brought out of July and is bringing into the month of August. Spirit, if you can send my Virgos a card representing that energy. And you have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is such a beautiful energy, an energy in which you are focusing on your emotional health as well as your intuitive health. And so for many of you all during the month of July, this could have been a time where you were connecting more with your more spiritual, intuitive side, especially anyone who had Cancerian placements. We definitely had a lot of that during that Cancer time, as well as coming through those 2 Capricorn full moons. You may have really been tasked with connecting to that side of you. So really bring that into the month of August, because I do think that many of the energies that you're going to be dealing with is going to need this emotional strength. And I do think as you kind of look over your cards, you can already see there's a little bit of tension, letting go of things from the past, and tapping into that Queen of Cups is really going to help you, okay? Let's go ahead and pull a card representing an oracle message that Spirit has for you, an overarching theme. Almost fell out, but didn't, for the month of August. And you have the Moon. Take note of intuitive messages. This card to me is so simple, but yet so profound, because I do think that we were just talking about the Queen of Cups here with your intuitive side. Spirit is really honing in on that this month. This is going to be the month for you to really tap into your intuitive messages. Sit with it. If you can get out into nature, meditate, exercise, whatever you can do to bring yourself into a more calm calm state, this is going to be really necessary this month so you can really tap into this energy. And I do think, Virgo, that anytime we have these months where there's so much energy going on, like when we were back in eclipse season, when it was just so much tension, really try to figure out how you can release some of that. I can already see in the first few weeks with your cards, you are really trying to find where it is that you fit into a certain mold, and Spirit wants to remind you, you don't have to do that. There's going to be some type of event, conversation, something that comes to an end that you will need to deal with, move on from, and once you do, some type of prosperous news comes in, which is nice to see. And by time you are ending the month, you do have this 10, 2, and 3 of swords. Mental energy going on this week, and this is actually when Mercury does move direct. So I do think some kind of clarity comes in by the time you get to month's end. Remember, we also have Aquarius full moon and a Leo new moon. So I do think that those are going to be some type of insight for you as well. So let's go week by week. There's so many energies, so many aspects that I won't be able to list them all, but I have listed them all below. So take a look, okay? All right, so first week of August, August 2nd, finds us with Venus in Leo square Uranus in Taurus. Leo new moon on the 4th. Venus enters your sign on the 4th. During this time, Virgo, pay attention to tangible themes of letting go. It feels like there's some clarity that is missing that you have been looking for. And I do think that tapping into that intuitive side is going to help you. But there is some type of bombshell event that could come up. This could be an announcement at your work that maybe there's some reorganization. Possibly some people could be losing their jobs. Maybe some people could be changing into different roles. And if it's not dealing with your job, this could be something in your family. There could be something that changes the dynamic, some news that you have to adjust to. I do think, though, by the time you get to the 14th, when we do have Mercury retrograding entering Leo, I think you could start getting some more information coming in then. But remember, this is going to be a month of like all the information isn't out. That clarity isn't going to probably come in until you move into the end of the month, okay? So just keep that in mind, Virgo. Don't try to make any huge decisions in August if you don't have to. If you don't have to sign any important papers, try not to, or just make sure you do all of your due diligence, okay? Now, by the time you move into the second week of August, this is when we have Sun in Leo trine Chiron in Aries on the 15th. We do have Mercury retrograde in Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus on the 18th. The 18th and 19th are the most turbulent days of this month. We'll talk about the 19th in a little bit, but the 18th, when the Sun conjunct Mercury in Leo, this could be a day of some profound news coming in. This Scorpio card, which is fixed energy, that death card is telling you it's time to release. And I do think that once you do that, that Mercury in Leo conjunct on the 18th could be really powerful. Now, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to hear it on the 18th, but just know the energies are ripe for it. And once you do, I think you all come into some type of profound news. And that news could be something like you're either getting a promotion, maybe you're actually positively affected by that reorganization that I was talking about in the first week of the month. There is something here where it's like once that tower hits, once that death card, you release what is not needed, this 9 of Pentacles is going to be very beneficial to you. And I do think that many of you will, like as you're going through it, you may not experience all of the feeling good part. I do think it's going to take some time to trickle out, and it definitely could be well into September before you actually see all the effects of that tower card, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, by the time we move to the third week of the month, this is when I was talking about August 19th. August 19th has at least 6 major aspects going on. There's the Sun in Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus. This could be heated conversations at your job. The Aquarius full moon, Jupiter in Gemini squares Saturn in Pisces. Venus in Virgo in your sign squares Jupiter in Gemini. So much going on. Take a look at the description below for all of the aspects, but this is like some kind of like endings that you were not ready for. I do think that this could be some of the fallout from that Tower card. You have to make a decision, but Spirit is reminding you, tap into your intuitive side, okay? Even though there's some kind of ending here, doesn't necessarily mean you have to make a decision right away. Take some time, sit with it, ask your spirit guides to help you through it. I do think that as you move into the last few weeks of the month and then moving into September, this is when we have that Aquarius full moon, but we also have the sun entering your sign on the 22nd. On August 22nd, once the sun moves into your sign, Virgo, I do think there's going to be a lighter approach to your life. I think you're going to feel like you have a lot more say, or you feel like you're in more control now that you went through Leo season. Now the sun is in your sign. I will tell you, Mercury retrograde ends on the 28th, and Venus in your sign squares Mars in Gemini and is opposite Neptune in Pisces on the 27th and 28th. Whew. And then Venus enters Libra on the 29th. Huge month, okay? So once you're ending, there is some type of healing here with that Three of Swords in reverse. I do think that once you've come through, if you look at it, Virgo, you will have a major thing happening the first 3 weeks of the month. The Tower, the Death card, the Ten of Swords, and now the Three of Swords. So by time you are ending August, you are spent. You have had all of this tumultuous energy. And I will tell you, even if you don't experience it yourself, this could be a loved one, a friend, someone around you. This also could be going on in the collective. And I do think that once you move out of this energy and Mercury moves direct, I do think that by time you're moving into September, once we do have Uranus retrograde beginning in Taurus on September 1st, and then we also have Pluto moving back into the sign of Capricorn on September 1st. So this buildup is huge. And once we move into September, it's just going to keep going. So just be really grounded this month. I was telling Leo the same thing. This is going to be this month of getting out into nature, connecting with, your best side that you can, making sure you're getting enough rest, drinking lots of water, just really taking care of yourself during the month of August. So I hope this was helpful for you, Virgo. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you're looking forward to in the month of August, and I'll talk to you later.